Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my daily video. Today I want to talk about apologies. So this is related to the whole power of connection and connection with people, whether you're friends, family, colleagues, things like that. So I appreciate you joining me, and what I really want to talk about is, do you apologize too much or too little? I know people who, anyone here knows someone that they're always apologizing. And if you know, again, if you any comments you have or anything you like, if you like this, like it, hearts, that's fine. But click below, let me know what you thought. But if you know people that apologize too much, these are people that you meet them. Often I find working with students or young people, they'll be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm late, I'm so sorry, I wasn't able to get that email on time." And I appreciate that, although sometimes people apologize too much. Then there's the opposite of people who don't apologize at all or never apologize, or they feel that apologies are a weakness. And there's nothing wrong with apologizing as long as it's heartfelt and it makes sense. So, why is it that people apologize too much? Well, and why is it that people apologize too little? Let's start with the first one. People apologize too much. Now, again, if you have any thoughts or comments, post them below. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Why do people apologize too much? Well, sometimes apologizing too much is, they're trying to make a good impression. They don't want to upset people. They've probably maybe been hurt before. Sometimes it can be a confidence issue. Other times it can be a self-esteem issue. But for whatever reason, they're apologizing too much. One of the things I've done is I said, hey, you know what? You're apologizing quite a lot. Maybe you should just ease up a bit. And then they say, oh, I'm sorry. And they're like, oh, sorry. Sorry for saying sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. It's like they freak out. That's like they get caught in this vicious loop of apologizing. But the thing is, it's important to talk about it and say, listen, if something goes wrong, oh, sorry, Tim. Well, if I'll always post the videos later on YouTube too, so you can always see the videos that I recorded. All right, so just keep that in mind for those who can't see this video live now as we speak. So I told someone, hey, listen, you know what? I appreciate your apologies. So I'll give them gratitude for what they did. I appreciate your apologies. It shows that you care. It shows that you're trying to do better, and I appreciate that. But you do apologize quite a bit, and I don't think it's necessary to apologize for every little thing. If you want to apologize for something legitimate like being late or screwing something up, that's fine. But you don't have to apologize for every little thing. So just because it's funny. And I told that person, I said, you know what? When I apologize to you, what do you usually say? Oh, don't worry about it, right? So don't worry about it so much. So that's for dealing with people who apologize too much. Now, then there's the ones who don't apologize enough or they apologize too little. That's a harder nugget to crack because how do you deal with that? Well, for the most part, it's important to understand why they don't apologize. A lot of people feel that apologizing makes them look weak. Now, if you have a strong relationship with someone, whether it's your partner or it's your parents or your children or it's a good friend of yours, you have to make it clear to them that, listen, you have to kind of identify, have a conversation about apologies. When do you think is a good time to apologize? And see what they say. They'll say, well, if I said something and I realized I was wrong, I would apologize. Or if I screwed something up in a big way, I would definitely apologize. And then ask them, hey, when's the last time you apologized to somebody? Just curious. Or when was the last heartfelt apology you ever had? And when you get that information, you can actually do a lot with it to really help them understand and discuss when are the appropriate times. Then that's when you start throwing in the idea that, hey, do you apologize too much or too little? What do you think? What do you think I do? Do I apologize too much or too little? What do you think? And start having that conversation. Because then you're starting to understand each other a little bit better, and then you can start getting into the idea of, when it's apologizing too little an issue. And that apology, people apologize too little. I mean, again, it can be hard for you as the person who's not getting apologized to because you feel that. But again, you can still deal with that by putting it on the table, by saying, listen, and you cite the action, here's the action that happened, and based on that action, so you said this one thing, and then you were going to do this, but then you didn't do it, and that made me feel that my time wasn't valid or my time, I'm not important. And so in my mind, and then you didn't apologize, and that made me feel this way. So, I'm not saying you have to apologize all the time, but an apology once in a while would be helpful in terms of navigating that the conflict that we have. And I've done that with a few friends, and it works out really well. I've been told myself that maybe I could apologize more, although I'm often told I apologize too much or I'm too nice, but sometimes someone will say, again, it's everyone's perspective is different. Someone else will say, hey, you should apologize more. So, but you also can apologize. A lot of people don't want to admit fault. What if it's a complicated situation where you're not at fault? Well, again, that's where you can start saying, listen, I'm really sorry that the situation has come to this. I would really appreciate understanding what it is I could do better, because I'm not quite sure what I did, and I'd love to understand that better. And so by throwing that out there, and again, making yourself vulnerable, you're probably going to get a better response. Now, if the person's still like, well, you know what, you need to, you should know what it is, and so I'm not going to tell you what it is, well, then you're not being very helpful or productive as a collaboration, as a friend. So, for the most part, communication is so key. Put it on the table and let's have a communication talk about this before doing anything else. So that's the main thing I want to talk about today. I hope you like my Facebook, the live videos I'm doing here every day. If you have topics, comment below. Let me know what kind of questions or topics you have about what I can cover, about connection and networking and relationships and business and entrepreneurship or parenting, whatever you want. I'd love to get into some topics. So hope you enjoyed this. I'll be here every morning around 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can also watch these videos on YouTube. I've already done about a few of them now, so check them out on my YouTube channel at Rehan Bobby or Bobby Umar. So have yourself a fantastic day. Let me know what you're doing this week. I'm excited about Mondays, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.